Did you know that the Arab slave trade, a lesser-known chapter in history, lasted for over 14 centuries? While often overshadowed by the transatlantic slave trade, the Arab slave trade was just as significant, impacting millions of Africans from the 7th to the 20th century. The black Africans enslaved in the 14 centuries before the 20th century at estimated between 4 million to 10 million. Arab traders established networks across the Red Sea, Indian Ocean, and Sahara Desert, capturing slaves for various purposes. Slaves were widely employed in irrigation, mining, and animal husbandry, but most commonly as soldiers, guards, domestic workers, and concubines, that is, sex slaves. Unlike the transatlantic slave trade, Arab slavers targeted both men and women for labor, military, and domestic servitude. The Arabic slave trade was not based on race but on social, political, and economic factors. Slavery was deeply entrenched in Arabic society. The journey for these enslaved Africans was harrowing, enduring treacherous conditions as they were transported across long distances. Slavery was deeply woven into Arab society, with slaves playing a crucial role in economic, social, and cultural aspects. However, the impact of the Arab slave trade on African societies was devastating, leading to the disruption of families, loss of cultural traditions, and economic instability. There have been several destructive slave revolts, the most notable one being the Zanj rebellion in the years 869, 8 and 83. Zanj rebellion was a significant rebellion against the Abbasid Caliphate, which occurred from 869 until 883. Started close to the city of Basra, in present-day southern Iraq, and was driven by one Ali ibn Muhammad. The revolt included both subjugated and liberated Bantu people groups, Zanj, who had initially been caught from the shore of Southeast Africa and shipped to the Center East, mainly to deplete the area's salt bogs. It developed to include slaves and freemen, including both Southeastern Africans and Bedouins, from a few districts of the Caliphate, and guaranteed a huge number of lives before it was at last crushed. A few Muslim historians, like Al-Tabari and Al-Mas'udi, consider the Zanj revolt to be one of the most incredibly horrible and merciless uprisings of the numerous unsettling influences that tormented the Abbasid central government. Present-day researchers have portrayed the contention as being one of the bloodiest and most horrendous uprisings which the historical backdrop of Western Asia records, while simultaneously commending its inclusion as being among the most completely and widely depicted campaigns in the entire of early Islamic verifiable composition. The exact synthesis of the revolutionaries remains a subject of discussion, both as see their character and concerning the extent of slaves and free among them, accessible, verifiable sources being available to different understandings. The Zanj were Bantu-speaking people who had been effectively taken from Southeast Africa and were subjugated principally for horticultural work as a component of the plantation economy of the Sawad, southern Iraq. The interest in subservient work during this period was filled by well-off occupants of the port city of Basra, who had obtained broad marshlands in the encompassing locale. These terrains had been deserted because of worker relocation and continued flooding over the long haul. However, they could be changed over once more into cultivatable status through escalated work. It is important to remember these forgotten chapters of history as it shapes the narrative of slavery worldwide and sheds light on the resilience and strength of those who endured. By acknowledging the Arab slave trade, we can work towards a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of humanity and ensuring that such atrocities are never repeated. That is all we had for you today. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks for watching. We will see you on the next one.